Hey everybody, Garden Coach Deb here with Prior Unity Garden. Hope you all are doing great today. Want to talk about some considerations for laying out your garden. And I'm speaking about your annual vegetable garden in this case. So when you're thinking about where you're going to put what, a few things to consider. One, what's the size of the plant? How big is it going to be when it's mature? So you want to consider this because sometimes people will try to cram a lot of stuff into a small space. I've certainly been guilty of that. And then all of a sudden your garden is so crammed that nobody's doing so good. On the other hand, if you give your plants too much space, then you could be wasting garden space. So consider the size of your plant and when you're going to harvest it. For example, with a lettuce, if you're scattering a bunch of lettuces, the full-size lettuce could be 10 inches across. But perhaps you're going to be harvesting some of those lettuces in between, and you could either be planting something else in that space as you're harvesting part of those lettuces. So think about harvest time along with size, which also follows on with days to maturity. If you look in your seed catalogs and on your seed packets, if you're buying plants, hopefully it's going to have this on the little tag. It may not, though. You might want to reference a seed packet or a seed catalog for that variety to see what the days to maturity are, which means how long is it going to be till the sucker fruits. If it's a leaf, how long is it going to be until you're harvesting the leaves, or how long is it going to be before I get my tomatoes and cucumbers or pumpkins? So looking at days to maturity, this comes in handy with layout because we want to know when we might be harvesting that plant. With the root crop, you harvest it, you're done. With something like a tomato plant, you're going to have it out there for a certain period of time, harvesting it over an entire season, which comes to another consideration with garden layout, and that is your seasons. What are you going to put in your garden, in each garden space, in each of the different seasons that you're growing? How can you utilize follow-on planting, following on one crop after another to utilize that space for your layout, as well as succession planting? For instance, in a short root crop like a radish, you might be planting every 2 weeks to make sure that you have a succession, a continuous crop of radishes. So here's a few down and dirty, fast little ideas to get you thinking about your garden layout. I hope it's been helpful. Hope it's fun. Hope it's got those creative garden layout juices going. Have a great day. Have a happy garden in the Prior Unity that is, from Garden Coach Deb at Prior Unity Garden.